Hey there YouTube, California Prepper. Well, I am bringing you yet another series, but this series here is going to air on both the California Prepper channel as well as the Couple Steps Ahead channel. If you guys watched my last video, I let you guys in on a secret that we have a new channel coming up, which is a collaboration between Miss Callie P and myself, and it's going to be an awesome channel, guys. So I hope you will check it out. I'll leave the link down below for you guys. We don't have any videos uploaded yet, but there will be very shortly. So please be on the lookout for that channel. And like I said, this series is going to be uploaded on both of them. They may be a tad bit different, as they may be recorded on different cameras, but pretty much they'll be, roughly the same videos. So the first list in the series. Now, I know there are plenty other channels and things that do lists and countdowns and things like that, but this is going to be old Callie P style. This is going to be about survival, preparedness, everyday carry, things that us dudes dig. So with that being said, or actually let me rephrase that, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. All of us gearheads in this community that we all like. So the first one is going to be 15 things that can give away your position or your area of operation in a shit hit the fan, without rule of law situation. So we're going to start at 15. We're going to work our way down and talk about them a little bit along the way. So the first one is stick to well-beaten paths. Don't go blazing your own trail, chopping through the woods with your machete just because you finally got to whip it out of the package. Just try and stay as low pro as you can. You don't want to leave a trail behind you where everybody can follow you and figure out exactly where you went, because there's this freshly cut path to the left. So stick to well-beaten paths. Try and take the easiest way, least resistance. 14. Avoid bright colors. I mean, nothing sticks out worse than the guy wearing a, what are they called? Tie-dye shirts? Yeah, nothing stands out more than a guy wearing a tie-dye shirt in the middle of the woods. Guy wearing an orange t-shirt, things like that. Try and stick to neutral colors. Even camouflage in a time like that could be, could make you stick out like a sore thumb. So be very careful on what you're wearing. Try and stick to neutral colors. Even black. Black is not the best thing to wear in the woods. Everybody thinks tactical. Black sticks out like a sore thumb in the woods as well. So, try and wear khakis, things like that. Next up, cell phones, watch alarms, and electronics. We've all seen the movies, where someone's trying to be quiet and they're hiding, and all of a sudden their cell phone rings or an alarm goes off and they get busted. So make sure in a time like that you keep everything off, turn it on silent, ditch it if you have to, but don't let that get you caught in a time like that. Next up, loud cars, motorcycles, things like that. Everybody loves having a loud truck, a loud bike, but in a time like that, you're going to want to try and be as sneaky as possible and draw the least amount of attention to you as you can. So that's going to be a bad idea in a time like that. Next up, number 11 is sickness, cold, flu, cough. Again, everybody's seen those movies where, they're hiding from somebody, they're just about to pass them, and they start coughing. That is going to be the worst thing. Make sure you have, some cough drops, some lozenges, even just a piece of hard candy in a time like that is going to keep you from coughing. I learned that from an old-time hunter. That's a great tip for you guys, by the way. Let's see, number 10, restroom areas. Last thing you want to do is leave a trail of your bathroom area. If somebody comes up and they see a toilet area with toilet paper around it, they're going to know somebody's camping in the area. So make sure, dig a hole, cover it up, and you don't want to be wandering around and stepping somebody's poo. That's just not cool. So make sure to cover that stuff up. Next up is your garbage. Again, you don't want to leave a trail for everybody to be able to find you and to know where you are. So make sure if you take it out there, make sure to clean it up, because you don't want people to be able to follow you and find you because of your garbage. Next up, footprints, tracks in the snow and the mud. It's going to be a hard thing to cover up, but if you know how to do it, it's a great thing to do. If you don't know how to do it, learn it while you can, because I mean, people can track you for miles, and you don't think that you would be able to track somebody like that, but they can find a broken twig, just anything out of place, they can track you. So be very, very careful. Number 7, pets. Last thing you want to do is, take all these dogs out there with you. I get pets are our family and they're great security, they really are, but in a time like that, if you're having a bug out or something, the last thing I would do is take a bunch of animals with you. I have little dogs and there is no keeping them quiet when somebody's around. Kids, again, that one's going to be a hard one. The younger they are, the harder it's going to be to keep them quiet, but it's going to be something that everybody has to deal with, or most of us anyways. Number 5, spent casings, shells, rounds on the ground. If you're out hunting, around your camp, things like that, make sure to pick up your shells and your casings, because that could definitely give away your area of operation. Let everybody know that somebody's in the area. There's firearms out there, so they have to be very careful, things like that. Number 4, flashlights, headlamps, lanterns. Man, nothing sticks out more than a light in a pure dark night, especially when the power's out. So make sure to keep those things to a minimum if you can. Or there are some really cool things where that you can make, you can buy, that can shield your lantern from one side and keep it facing in your camp, so nobody can see it from the outside, but you have all the light in your camp. So those are something to look into. Number 3, gunshots. A gunshot will give you away for miles, so try and keep those to a minimum. If you guys watch The Walking Dead, you guys know the gunshots draw so much attention. That's the last thing you want to do. So try and think of alternatives. If you can, get a 22. If you can't get a 22, think of a pellet gun, maybe a slingshot, a compound bow, things like that. 2, cooking and the smell of food. When people are starving, they can smell a warm meal for miles, so you're really going to have to figure out a way to keep that down. I really myself don't have too many suggestions for that, so if you do, please share them with me. I'd love to hear them. And number 1, one of the biggest things that you're going to have to worry about in a situation like that is your fire and your smoke from your fire. A lot of us, are just going to be out there cooking with, campfires and having to keep warm with the campfire, and the smoke is going to be something you're going to have to deal with. Yeah, there are, different sorts of pits that you can use, but it's still going to be kind of tricky to be able to build a fire and not give away your position. So those are 15 things to at least think about. If you guys have any ideas that I may have missed, please feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. California Prepper, I'm out of here.